Hello internet, wherever you are, welcome back. It's underscore Gintu. Back again, starting this kind of the portfolio, and it's one-on-one live coverage. I'm gonna be coming to you one-on-one, and everything is so fantastic at the fish farm here. Always tuned, locked in, and cleanness is of the highest order. And right now, gonna be now leaving the fish ponds here to settle, as they're gonna be now having the clarity of water coming out. But there's something I want to show you a little bit here, and I don't want much of the mayhem and somebody talking about, oh, Gintu, it's because of ABCD. I've come to this kind of the area to analyze and also we don't want much of the provocation, because as far as how the things are coming, I can just spot what people are going to be needing, because they want us to talk, as they're going to be talking about, oh, we're going to be getting to the police because of the defilement and much more. And to this kind of the position right now, this kind of the house are for Ayamaro here, and is tying them alongside offenses here. And so as whenever they're going to be causing any kind of a trouble, you talk about it, and they're going to be talking about, oh, you understand, so I've restricted this kind of an area so as nobody can be passing and nothing like intruders. And I've been here to make sure that there's nothing going to be interfering with the fish farm, because we are here to rectify the fish farm the way they are. As you can see now how clean and modernized we are going to be modernizing this kind of an area. So this kind of the cows are tied across this kind of the fence, so they can just come and bisect their heads, and they're going to be coming to the other side to look for the greener pasture. If you understand, you don't have enough and sufficient grass at your own zone, why do you want to disturb other people's properties? And whenever people are going to be talking, you are coming out to talk about, oh, Gintu, or is talking about me, or Gintu going to be having the defilement, or Gintu is attacking us. And to that kind of the caliber, we have to think and rethink and how to think, because what I understand is that's the most thing that they are ever thinking about again, because there are so many people and haters, and I have ever talked about them, talking about we are not here, and no European or a USian person is to here to come and cause much of them and talk about, oh, Gintu, oh, I want you to be sent this kind of the money to go and sue Gintu, or you do whatever is necessary. That's what they like, because they know the light is coming to the village. And at this kind of an artifact, I'm going to be saying it as a fact, because as we're going to be now speaking out, they understand we're going to be having development at whatever we're going to be doing, not using people, subjecting people into poverty, subjecting people's dignity, and talk about go and expose their own exposee, which is not even relevant whenever it comes to the real factual moment of getting forward. And this kind of the point I'm going to be talking about, they're going to be causing much of the mayhem here, and they've been here and I've never been talking about it, because I understand respect sometimes. But when you come out like right this kind of the time, we're going to be speaking at this kind of the position, talking about we need respect at each other, because there are so many people who are having the hate and talking about, oh, why is Gintu having this? Why is Gintu having this? Why is Gintu having this? They're going to be talking about A, B, C, D each and every other time. But when we talk about don't and stop instigating and stop provoking what you understand, you will not finish it, because you might talk about, oh, I'm going to be having some money, I'm going to be having, oh, I'm going to be putting some of the police into my pocket, because I can lure the police, because I can ask for, hey, please give me this kind of the amount of money, I want to see you Gintu. People will just come out because they're going to be having a hit, and you're going to be checking how terrible and how stupid you're going to be exposed at this kind of the village. Talk about putting this kind of the people into this kind of the caliber, talking about how dirty, how smelling, how whatever they're going to be coming out. So people could be laughing, and whenever they laugh, they talk about, look at this kind of the monkeys, look at this kind of the stupid people, how they are behaving. And when we come out clearly, talk about, please, don't provoke us into this. And can't you change? Why do you want to use this kind of the people by fighting, by liquoring them and shooting them some videos? Look at this kind of the things. You cannot go to the US and start filming and talk about, I've seen a fight here. I saw such kind of a thing at Dimongo whenever she went to this kind of the country of Jamaica. Whenever she landed, the first day she landed in Jamaica, she found there was an accident and she started filming. You understand, she was arrested and she went to behind the bars. And people doesn't want to be exposed the way you think about here. You can just raise up the camera and talk about, oh, because you are poor, because I'm going to be having a mansion, because I'm going to be having a villa, because I'm going to be having something which is a ABCD, a story building. You come out and talk about, oh, you know, they cannot do anything. Because we might be stupid, yes. We might be unlearned, yes. And sometimes you have to think critically. This kind of the people, we have not yet learned about our laws and freedoms and rights. Because whenever a gazette is coming that's having your own rights and freedom, we're going to be blaming ourselves. Like the human aid and talk about this kind of the people who are civilians. We have to think about it, because if we don't think about it as which kind of the law is this? What is this kind of the law going to be talking about? And what are my rights and the freedoms? We're going to be used like Cherokee drums here, be hit like Cherokee drums, be used like carcasses here, and talk about, oh, you know, they cannot do anything because of the poverty. Right now, I'm going to be talking about what is now instigating and getting much of the people into trouble. Is whereby every time you talk about, Gintu is talking about this kind of the thing has to change. Somebody's coming out and talk about, oh, I'm going to be jailing this, I'm going to be suing this, oh, you know me, you know my true colors. Which kind of a true color is a human being? Sometimes you have to differ into this kind of the scenarios, what you're going to be evolving up with and what you're going to be talking out. And at this kind of the time, we don't have to cause much of the mayhem, because what we need is development. And when we talk about development going to be coming, we have to cherish ourselves. Right now, we want to see this home has a permanent, the other home has a permanent, the other home has food, the other home they are going to, this kind of the children are going to school. Right now, what I'm going to be speaking is, go to this kind of the position of the villa right now. You'll see so many children, they're working there up to this kind of the time. And I don't think even they're going to be paid, because that is the character that is traded onto this kind of the village. Because if you want to understand the real criteria of understanding what really is meant whenever a human being is intervened at this kind of the position of the local area, like the way we are in this kind of the village. This village is now famous. Everybody knows it. Nyabuhansi village. And everybody, the common faces that are there, you understand them. But now what we are looking forward to is to understand, are we doing the right thing at the right position? When I understand really, like this is a child, because I know, once upon a time I was there. I know how many children minors have been employed to do the job. And sometimes whenever you are filming a video, he ever comes and talk about, oh, don't film those kind of the children, don't film those kind of the people, because of what they understand. They're going to be using these children in terms of human labor. And whenever they're going to be used terribly and exhausted, they're going to be told, oh, you have worked for a half day. Idribe is the one who is coming out to talk about, oh, I've been paid a half day, so get this kind of the small amount of money is a half day. And you're going to be chased at any kind of the position. Because there's now, people have been elevated. People are now energized. People now are getting to vamoose, come out and explain and understand themselves. Like there's no bigger human beings who have a good common senses, who can just go there to work in a labor which is a free labor. Right now, what you are looking for is what are you doing and how are you persevering to make the village move? Right now, we're going to be having another portfolio which is coming. And I've seen so much of the headache at time. And people are talking about, oh, Gintu, be very keen, because they're going to be talking ABCD to align you. This kind of a character trait, it's going to be coming. They're going to be coming to tie this kind of the cows very close to my compound, very close to the fence. Whenever I speak, they're going to be talking about, oh, Gintu is ABCD during the defilement, ABCD and ABCD, deformation and much more, which is the character trait that they're starting. So as when we talk about it, they're going to be coming and talking about, oh, you know, we all, the village, we have the whole village is ours and there's nothing we can do, Gintu ABCD. We understand. At this kind of the particular point, we are not going to be instigated that way. We are not going to sit down, relax, put our buttocks down, and yet we understand we relax and eat, yet whenever we finish eating, we are bulled, we are caned, and at each and every time we're told, sit with those kind of the buttocks down. We have to think, rethink, how to think of things so you can just understand what is coming out. So the real thing is one. It's not the first time for Gintu to have 1 case, 2 cases, 3 cases, 4 cases. And both of them are insulted and they're just arranged. Like, oh, you understand, there's a previous day here. This is the Congress that called Mr. Ondari. He came to my home and telling the police shoot Gintu. And the parents are there. They are sending police to come, and whenever they're coming, including, and I'm going to be talking about this, and take it to the bank. And this is the fact. When I'm saying so, this kind of the corrupt police who are just being sent each and every kind of the time, they are coming heavily loaded, including the machines. You understand what I talk about. They come with AK-47s, whatever G3s, whatever pistols. They want to be coming with them to my home. And whenever they are coming, they are marching like they are in a parade of marching parade. I'm talking about, oh, we're going to be getting to Gintu's compound so as we can talk about stigmatize these people and cause much of the stress to these people so as they can fear us. And which is a small dollar was placed into their pocket. Stupidity of the highest order, number one. Number two, this kind of the corruption, which is still there, because whenever something is happening, you hear someone talking about, oh, Gintu, oh, go and get Gintu. You know his home? Yes. He's in the fish pond? Yes. Can you run to that kind of the position? Which is the stupidity of the highest order. And we have to think about it. We have to think about it. Because if we don't understand, like, we have to think upon that kind of the stuff. We might be crazy at each and every other time because they are being used. Talk about, oh, they are being promised $100. They are being promised, you're gonna be sitting to my own Range Rover. You're gonna be sitting to my Mercedes Benz. So they think about they're gonna be owning, and they're told you, we own you at this kind of the position, which is not the correct thing. Because if you want to understand the criteria and the best moment that are going to be speaking out, whenever these people are coming to you, they come well, they're having that kind of the mentality. They're talking about, oh, you know, I'm coming and do whatever you want to do. Please shoot this kind of the person, do what is not good, do these terrible things to this kind of the people. Or they have been talking ABCD, such kind of the way. But when we come out talking about this kind of the bullshit, the stupidity, which is a krakatooing unto the village, we have to understand the real propagation of getting forward. And that kind of the effect, I don't want to see some of stupid shenanigans and telenovelas people are going to be bringing to us because of talking about you're going to be having money. And if you're going to be having a lot of money and you have a lot of lands, you have bought a lot of lands, why do you come to, let me tell you one thing. This plot here, it's for Matiko. Matiko is the uncle to Murimi, who was sued with the Dimwango, including Maro was part of the team to sue him unto the court. And right now, they are coming to get and graze their own cows to the same land, and including tying their own cows across the fences here to provoke us. When we're going to be speaking, they're going to be talking about O, A, B, C, D. We have to interdepend whenever it comes to the village, because we're going to be acting something called saprophytism. There's somebody who will grow as a tree. Maybe you are the one. And other people will just depend on that tree to make their own ways so that they can reach the top and get sunlight. And if you don't compare and understand yourself, maybe you are a tree for others to climb. You are, whenever somebody is trying to climb, you cut the person from down. You cut the legs. A person cannot climb. And you talk about, oh, I am the owner of this kind of the... Give everybody the position to come out excessively, exercise their own protocols. Then you will understand they have nothing to offer to the society. Everybody will interdepend on themselves. Because when I talk about, oh, Gintu is just prevailing from this position to another position, like next week I'm going to be having the same case in the court. and they're going to be talking about, oh, we're going to be suing into. I understand how this kind of the gigantic fabricative and demagogues of the day, how they're going to be talking about. Somebody was talking about, oh, you know me, and went to the DCI, which is the only solution. Why can't a person come and talk about, oh, Gintu, you understand, man, this kind of the position, I'm the one who is ABCD. They think about you, whenever we are speaking, we are haters. They are the people who are declining the development. They want themselves to see themselves at a different range, so as people can go down and bow and talk about, oh, you know, I was slept yesterday hungry and ABCD. That's what they need. But when you talk about we need a permanent solution, everybody to interdepend on himself. Talk about the lands that you're going to be buying from each kind of the person. You understand. The person is coming to you and you understand really. This person doesn't have an extra land for him to have something special or carry on her own or his own exercise duty of the social value to the ecosystem. But you are there to talk about, yeah, you just sell it or you just sell it. At the end, we're going to be squatters of our own selves. And if we don't think about it, what are we going to be thinking about tomorrow? You are buying until where a person will just be graved. And you're talking about, oh, they will depend on their own family, whatever they're going to be talking about. You understand it. That's a clear pathway. And we have to talk about it. We are not here to fear anybody and to threaten anybody, because we are not here to do such kind of the messes. And what we are here for is to understand each other at which kind of the rate, at which moment, and how are we going to be helping the village. When I see the dancing mom, she's going to be having a house and kitchen. And also you're going to be having a farming of the chicken farming. Matiko going to be developing at the same age, the same area. We're going to be developing this area also. We're going to be interchanging our own friendship. Whenever you're talking about, oh, Matiko, you should not speak to this person, or the other person should not speak to this person, what are we creating? And you're talking about, we are from the same village, guys. You know, we like the village. At the end moment, we are talking about, oh, this person should not move from this position to access this kind of the position. Somebody's talking about Gintu should be given 300 meters of not accessing my land. You have a land here. And which is the stupidity thing? Your father gave you a land and you found me here. When you are starting building, you found I was having the fish ponds here. And we are just some 20 meters to the boundaries. Somebody's talking about, oh, Gintu should not come across where I am 300 meters. Are you normal? So we have to think and know what are you going to be subjecting. Because at first and at most, what is there is Gintu will never get out from here, and they're going to be developing this village into a new thing. We're going to be having the masterclass, not the fake one that was there. Talking about, oh, guys, send money, send money, send money. Oh, if you need, send money, send money. It was send money, which was the scam. People are being scammed on how you want to be getting to the YouTube. And people talked about, yeah, I want to learn about the YouTube. What did you learn about there? It was nothing. Because whatever they are teaching you, like, oh, you understand YouTube is done this way, YouTube is done this way, YouTube is done this way. What else is going to be coming out? As I say as a fact, what are they doing? They are filming people. Is that the YouTube criteria of talking about you're going to be having or handling much of the matters out? You have to think and think critically. They are hiring children to do the work there. And whenever you're talking about you are handling some people, or you are talking about this kind of the person should stay, I'm going to be speaking this. There's this kind of the young lady called Anastasia. She is in that villa at this kind of the moment. The mom, she is struggling here, even helping her 2-3 things. They're talking about you cannot go to your home because you might be mistreated. Who gave birth to that kind of the daughter? So I'll never talk about this kind of the lady should not go home. And that's why they are being used there like something else. Like right now, I know the in-laws are inside there. And what are they doing there? What are this kind of the young ladies are doing there? Only God knows. Right now, there's no filming inside there because, you know, you might be exposing everything from that kind of the villa. Whenever things are becoming the surveillance, we have to talk about, I understand everything. And I'm not going to that kind of the further position. But my warning is one, and they're going to be getting this kind of the warning. Let me not get a cow talking about you are a Ron or whatever Maro you will be, tying the cows onto my fence here, and you think about going to be coming to provoke me. That will be a mess. And this is a warning, not a threat. Because you talk about you are buying so many lands. Why can't you achieve one of the land and tie this kind of the cows, which are innocent? Because the cow is just there. Where are we going? That's how they're acting. Oh, we don't have lands and we're restricting people. We're restricting like, oh, A, B, C, D. Like this man, whenever going to be coming here, and you have tied your own cows where you sued for him to remove money from the pocket, not paying the fee of the child, and you're talking about, oh, you know, my cows are going to be grazing. What is the problem with the cows? We have to think critically. Let us not abscond our own ways and talk about, oh, this is going to be doing ABCD, even if it's a person who's doing the work for you. Tell the people to tie the cows very far away, because if they're going to be touching my fence, they're going to be dealing with you circumphoniously. And that is not a threat, and I'm telling you as a fact, and I'll never return my back. That is it. Because if we start joking with each other, whenever something happens, you are rushing to the police, they are rushing to my home, they are coming where they are having everything, the guns are there, whatever they are there, they are carrying all the weapons, and they are coming to Gintu. Gintu is a harmless person, and I'm harmless, and I am harmless also, and I'm just seated at home. Somebody is coming, pointing a gun to me and talking about, oh, we should go to the police station. And you are just in the, who is this? They are coming with civilians, and that is their trend of talking about go and intimidate these people. They're going to be fearing this kind of the family. You are not mafias. And if you want to understand, like, we are now the biggest personnels outside here. Try my position right now, because things are going to be messing. I don't laugh right now. I'm going to not come out and talk about, oh guys, you know, they got me to. I deal with you circumphoniously. And reasonably, I have to deal with you perpendicularly per unit time. That's time. Not any kind of the other time of tomorrow, whatever. Immediately. Because if we start thinking about you have to come to my own property, instigate, do unconditional to my own pathway, intrude, auto-trude, or do whatever you want to do, and talk about, oh, Gintu is just, he knows me, I'm gonna be going to the police, or I will rush fast to the police. We're gonna be even reshuffling the police station. Last time, 2 days ago, in Nyabuhanse here, I was about to film. Then I talked about this is just the nonsense. We're going to be talking about these are just the nonsense people. Because the police are coming with number plate motorbike, and they're talking about we are chasing a border. And whenever they reached the Nyabuhanse border, they just stood still and talked about, what do you want? You are there to get a handout. You are there to get illegal money, and you are absconding people's laws, and you are just using because you understand a stupid law that you're going to be understanding into your head, and come out and talk about, oh, you are in problem. You know, if you don't are there with us, we're going to be jailing you. It's because the people of the village have not learned about their rights and the freedoms. If we can be strong enough and understand, and I'm going to be dealing with that one, because people outside here, they're going to be hearing about the police, they rush like safari rally. Because of what? They don't understand their rights. They have not read the articles that express their own rights. Because if you try to express your right, and you have seen a person is carrying a fire gun or a rifle, you talk about, oh, this person will just hit me. And this kind of the people have been sent, and they can do anything terrible unto your life, so they can see you, and they can squash you into something else and deposit you into a trunk, so they can just go with you. That's what they're using. It's because of the YouTube also we're going to be enlightening people who are low to understand themselves. And if we don't understand ourselves, we will be used until the depths going to be reaching unto us. And that is the fact. And to the real portfolio, there's nothing like, there's one family which is there only to talk about we are the people who are with the law. Or we can only own this kind of the family. And whenever you are there, you think about, even if right now somebody comes and talk about Gintu, take over the dancing mom, my friend. I will deal with you the way it is coming, because I don't fear. If we need it, it can go. And it's only in a way like the families that are being helped with this kind of the demagogues, they have nothing to talk about, because they are being compressed completely so they can be in the lowest form and be used. And they have used themselves because they don't understand themselves. Whenever they are just doing their own nonsense, they are being talked about, oh, you just dance. And whenever you dance, I will be filming. Whenever you fight, I'll be filming. Whenever you wake up, I'll be filming. Whenever you do unconditional, I'll be filming. And they don't understand their rights also of being to the social media. One thing is, whenever this kind of, the people are going to be understanding themselves and acknowledge themselves, like when you film me when I'm doing A, B, C, D, at long last, people are laughing to me, and they might be sending some 2-3 stupid presents of conditions and talk about, oh, you should be acting this way and you should be doing A, B, C, D. At that rate, we are doing nothing. We are doing nothing. We will be used, and there's nothing we ever do. And they will talk about, oh, I own this family because we have shot them daily. Early in the morning, you are there to shoot them videos. And you will talk about, oh, you know, I own them because of what? You own them because of filming daily and giving them some stupid money, which is they don't have that equivalent money. And that's why they will be used. And that's the village trend. And for you to do that one, you are a cartel. Because you don't reason. Like right now here, the cows are eating some people's maize here. And when you talk about, oh, what's going to be happening, they talk about, oh, you know, I have money, there's nothing we can do. That's the real life. We are not interested with that one. Whenever you touch the cows, talk about, oh, you're going to be limiting them a little bit. They talk about, oh, Gintu, you are coming to attack me. That's what they know. And that's what the only thing they can come out with and tell to the people. Like, oh, you know, Gintu has been A, B, C, D. There's one time, the other day I went to make the road, and I was there to help them also because I always used that road to access the fish farm. Then this kind of the gentleman, a funny gentleman with rastas, a bit stinky at that kind of the moment, was talking about, oh, Gintu, you understand what? Go and kneel down to my parents. Tell them you are sorry, then I will acknowledge you. Look at how people are treated to be stupid. Look at how people think about they have learned. What I can say is they have a zero knowledge whenever it comes to my head. And when it comes to the real things, it's only money which is shaping them. Scamming people's money and shaping them. And if we talk about scamming, you understand how many euros, not even euros, pounds were sent from UK to support this kind of the lady who died. Talk about the sister to Sergio, who was the manager. The money was sent 300, but it was a transport to Argentina. Nobody, who knows that one? Talk about how many people were talked about have fired you because of complaining, that kind of the complainant. Talking about, can you pay the people their own money? Which is scamming, using other people as a content. Because they cannot do their own things without shooting other people, so they can just talk about, we are doing something called empathy or the charity. We have to think and understand what we are doing. And if you think about you're going to be aligning Gintu or shutting Gintu down, I'm very sorry. It will never happen, and it shall not happen at this kind of the moment. Because we are not here now to play chess and talk about, oh, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that at this kind of the moment. And you come out and talk about, oh, I'm building a story building. Wait, keep tuned. Because what is coming at this kind of the fish farm, it's only God knows. And it's very soon, because already the materials are onto the site. You can see them there. And already we have 5 trucks of Matiko and 2 trucks of the sand. There's another truck going to be coming of sand right now. I'm going to be asking where they have reached to comprise it. Because there's a day I shot a video talking about, and also there's I saw yesterday Nairobi teacher I use that kind of the video to tell people, this kind of the gentlemen, whenever they go outside there, talk about UK, Europe, wherever they go, they are hosted. But at the end of the moment, they're coming out to tell us, oh, I used a lot of dollars for me to stay in UK. I used a lot of dollars or pounds staying in the UK. At large, now one woman who came out to my channel, she is one of the biggest sponsors who are sponsoring the whole village to have a change. She said, Dimwango one day, one time, she hosted Dimwango in Netherlands. And she stayed there eating everything. But whenever they come outside, they're bragging to us that they have money. Why couldn't they even finish this kind of the villas they're talking about here? They're even stuck. If you know, you understand you're going to be having money. You say that, oh, there's nothing can intimidate you. Why are you begging for that? Why are you begging people to host you in such kind of the countries? And we are outside there. The people who are outside, they're talking about, oh, this kind of the lady, she's in Netherlands. Oh, she has money. She's catering for her own self. There is no their money they are using there. It's only they are hosted. Like right now, they are talking about, oh, I have a boyfriend, ABCD. It's not the boyfriendship we are talking about here. She is hosted. For her to be hosted, the private part suffers the most. That's the only thing we can talk about here. Because that's the only thing we have to understand. Even if you are a man or you are a lady, at which kind of the level you are, even if you are a man, your private parts are the ones that are suffering the most for you to talk about. You have a Range Rover. You have a story building builded here. You have something to come and intimidate. You talk about your private parts are going to be suffering for you to come and sue into. Very stupid. You can imagine somebody somewhere sitting somewhere, relaxing. The private parts are the ones that are suffering the most, and is coming to talk about are going to be suing Gintu because of Gintu talking about the truth about the village should not be used. Which is a mayhem, controversive or controversial statement. We have to think about it. I'm not here to be intimidated with a private part. I'm not here to be intimidated of a person talking about single cents that are sent from the private parts exposed is coming to tell Gintu what to do. Nonsense. Which is not the actual thing for us, for the humanity. We were not told what YouTube platform is. Let me tell you that. We were not told what the YouTube platform is. Even right now, you ask anybody here, you want to join YouTube? Yes. Do you know what is YouTube? They don't know. A person who introduced YouTube said, go and film yourself and do ABCD. This is very nice. But did we be told about there's another YouTube, not this one that you cannot be checking? The one you are searching from me here, it's not the YouTube we are talking about, which is talking about going to be bringing the development. There's another YouTube in Pornhubs. There's another YouTube that these people are exposing, and they're just doing something called the flattings into the internet, exposing their own private parts for them to come and outside and talk about, oh, I am the youngest millionaire in Migori County. I have ABCD. This kind of a stupid car you're going to be owning here, you're talking about you are the richest young boys here. You understand that some of the people were so funny. Don't use God's capability of giving you such kind of a small thing. You're bragging with it and talk about, oh, this kind of the thing going to be A, B, C, D. That's the stupid thing going to be doing at this kind of the moment. Let us act responsibly. And if you think about, you're going to be coming because you're going to be talking about, oh, Gintu has spoken about this one here. You're going to be getting to the police and talk about, oh, going to be rushing to the police so they can just come and sue Gintu. Stupidity of the highest order. You might be stupid of the highest order. That's what I'm going to be talking about here, which is the mentality a human being has in Africa, talking about whatever you want to do, you have to include the police. Do you think about that's necessary? Right now, people are learned. They're not fools, stupid the way they might be, or they was. But this kind of the time, we have to think critically and understand what are we going to be using, what are we going to be doing. Are we acting perpendicular? Are we helping the society to move? That's what we are looking forward to. But not talking about, oh, you know, because Gintu has taken over from you, you want to come out and talk about, you know, my true colors. Are you stupid in terms of that one? Your true colors? You know, some of the people act normally, and they're coming out to tell us they're graduates. Graduates of nonsense. Their graduation, or you can graduate to become a person who is helpful, but not to cause much of the mayhem. Think, rethink, auto-think of think whenever you're going to be exposing yourself outside here. We might think about you're going to be helping somebody. Maybe you are catalyzing the person, or you are democratizing to have different opinion, people to act from that. And that is the change we need. Not talking about police each kind of the time. Even if the police might be in the pockets of some people, which is the clarity which is there. Because police can be placed wherever necessary, because our police is money. You might talk about money, 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 money. Today you talk about, hey, can you come and do ABCD? Even right now, guys, I do a phone call to the police station. I say about, I have a scenario here. How much are you having? I have 10,000 Kenya shillings. They will come here like safari rally. You will see Mariam landing here and talk about Ogin to tell us who is that kind of the person because of money. But whenever now you go to the statement, whenever they're going to be getting this person to the court, they talk about, oh, you know what? We don't know how to write even this kind of the statement for us to frame it in the court. We have to think about it. And whenever things are going to be getting shagara-bagara, you come out and talk about, oh, it's because of ABCD. I looked at this kind of the effect of the, or the impact to the village. We want to be doing this at this kind of the moment. That is not the clarity. Back to this kind of the position. What we're going to be doing here is something that's going to be encouraging young boys and ladies without having messing around, because we have seen so many people are talking about this kind of the people going to be liquoring ABCD. Liquor is not a solution of talking about people are liquoring. That's normal. And nobody's not liquoring outside here. They liquor, it's only like they behave. Can you tell people how to behave whenever you have liquored? Who doesn't liquor? Including the former presidents, including the president are liquoring. Very normal. It's only responsibility and understanding yourself. But don't criticize this person because of 2-3 snaps of a liquor. You're talking about, oh, this person, you are filming the person from each and every kind of the angle. Talking about this person is liquor, oh, ABCD, you are from the back, you are running like a puppet, you are licking people's buttocks, which is the nicest thing. You have not to do that one. Because if we understand if a person is liquor, why can't you teach that person? Employ that person to do something stable and get that person clear to you and understand this person is doing something very good at this kind of the angle. I'm checking the person. Please, that's where you are going wrong. No, go straight. That's what we need, development. But not talking about, oh, because a person has refused you and is talking about you are using me for the content. Early in the morning, I'm there. Early in the morning, jogging in some people's bedroom. Talk about, oh, guys, they are stinking. They have not brushed the teeth. That's the bullshit of the highest order. We have to do something stable that a person can come out and talk about. This is the stability of handling the matters, but not exposing everything. Not everything should be placed in the platform. You are there now talking about, oh, people are now fighting. Oh, a woman is throwing a kung fu here. A lady is from somewhere, or a gentleman from somewhere is throwing a kick from somewhere. A somersault is done. You're talking about, hey, this person has a tactic of fighting. Yet you cannot talk about, hey, please, what are you fighting for? You're talking about, oh, you know, it's because of liquor. You know, when I came here, I never found these people liquoring. It's only recently they started liquoring. A person has 40 years in the experience of liquor. You're talking about a person that started it today. It's only like you are there to expose them. They feel like we cannot liquor while you are there because you will film them. And they feel not comfortable whenever you are there. Whenever you are not there, they go and drink and... At night, my friend, if you can go to this kind of the homes, they're talking about, oh, I have stabilized the liquor. These people are not liquoring this kind of the time. Whenever you go at night, you will find they are sleeping like something else. Even a calf is, an infant is at least in the stomach. And you'll find them sleeping like something else. They are only, you think about these are just the frogs in the pond. And when we come out and talk about this is not the way of explaining this kind of the things, we have to tell them as a fact. Because if we think about, oh, we're going to be studying there, we stand there and talk about, oh, like right now, we're never going to be speaking here. We find somebody from somewhere coming and talking about, oh, police, we're going to be doing this. Oh, police, can you come to this kind of the site? Right now, try it, because we're going to be dealing with this kind of the police repetently. And at this kind of the position, we're going to be not dealing with some of the people thinking about ABCD. Do what they want to do, because we are not here to fear anybody. You are here the first time in this world, and this is not your second time in this kind of the world. You're going to be talking about, oh, I have an experience because past year or the past decade or the past century, I was here, so this is the second time. Nothing like that one. And nobody, this is the second time in this kind of the world. We say it as a fact, and we have to seal it that way. But if we stand and we don't use our brains, also I'm blaming the village people here, because we are learned, we have education, but we cannot use that education and the brain to synthesize, magnify, comprehend, observe, study it, and understand. When I'm doing this, what is the impact of tomorrow? We are only being told whenever you go to any kind of the construction here, you talk about, oh, today I'm broke, let me run to maybe somebody's construction here. Whenever you reach there, you find somebody like, talk about the conduct here. You find him is brutal each kind of the time. He's there carrying a machete around east, west, and south and talk about, oh, kijana, oh, ABCD. Anyway, that's the only language they want to be speaking. And whenever you talk about, hey, no, I want to be doing this, they will chase you because of what they're going to be talking about. They have money. But don't use your parents such kind of the gunic. Because the last time I went to Matiko, and I went to the shopping with Matiko's home, I came and I found the congrats dad with a machete. He went to intimidate this kind of the family because of talking about, I don't need your son in this kind of the family. And they went with a machete so they can just intimidate these people and talk about, oh, why ABCD. Whenever they went to the police station, the mom was complaining. This man was so brutal and so rude, and was thinking about he own even a police station, which is very stupid at that kind of the age. We have to think about it. Because if you talk about you're going to be getting to the police station, even the police, they are there to adhere to our own principle. Talk about whenever you are speaking, they will hear you only. Whenever this kind of the woman is speaking, they talk about, no, this kind of the thing going to not handled. Oh, the ABCD, oh, ABCD cannot be handled. That is the messing part we have to study. Because you cannot be there because your son is bringing mayhem to the village. You are being called because there's nothing they can call. This kind of a young boy who is calling us like haters ABCD, yet he's the one who is the hated person in this kind of the village right now. And is coming out to tell us, oh, you know, Dad, go and see Gintu has taken over the game in my zone I was, oh, ABCD. The person is running, and the YouTube street is not for the parents. What are the parents doing to the YouTube street if you are not recognized at that position? Because you are not the one who is at that position to talk about Gintu has come and taken over this kind of the game from you. You are coming in like who? You are coming now to instigate, accuse, and talk about you're going to be combining our own efforts as a home to sue Gintu. Hey. You know, it's only the absolute matter we have to handle here and talk about what we're going to be doing at this kind of the time. We have to preach. This kind of the people need the preaching. And if we don't preach to them, we will not have anything to understand. This is the property. And this is, everybody has his own way. But don't tell me, oh, Gintu should not pass through the way he's here. It's because you have bought a land very near to the road and talk about, oh, Gintu should not pass to this kind of the road because it's near to your own farm. Gintu is coming to instigate, or Gintu is coming to attack you. Do you think about I have that time to come and attack you, a fool or a demagogue, without doing my own things? Right now I'm dealing with the fish ponds here, very creativity. I'm dealing with this kind of the hardcore here to bring and make sure that everything is happening. We want to be building here some of the facility that will make these young people to understand and acknowledge their own brains. Come and learn a small thing we're going to be doing here, but not talk about, oh, you know, A, B, C, D. It's not that God only placed the wealth to your own home. The wealth is in each and every homestead. It's only recognizing that wealth and use it. Because I'm the only YouTuber who is having a biogas. I will never go to the town and talk about I'm going to be looking for LPG gases. I will never talk about the gas is over and my own compound. It will never be. Whether you dream, whether you go to which kind of talk about witchcraft, whether you go to which kind of the witch whatever, I'm not interested. What we need is forward. Right now, whatever they taught about Gintu cannot change the home, we're gonna be changing. And the change is there with us. It's only recognizing yourself and understanding the position you are holding. We are not here to be frustrated because of talking about you started a YouTube channel 7 years ago. You started a YouTube channel 6, 3, 4, 5 years ago. You talk about, oh, I'm going to be now talking about Gintu, or Gintu cannot do anything. We have the effect. The effect is with us. And that is it. And when I still have this kind of the way getting forward, I know the real way of getting forward is to accept yourself and move. If you accept whatever they're going to be speaking, here we ever told people one thing. We are blaming and blaming. People are liquoring. Go up here. The sugar canes that are here, they are not to be eaten or to be eaten. The sugar canes that are here are for the brown sugar. Where are this brown sugar being sold to? To the local distillers who are doing fractional distillation in the village. And these local distillers, they're the ones who are transporting their own product from the producer to the consumer direct, whereby you can get this kind of the dancing man father, which is muita, they can drink. And we come out to talk about, oh, Gintu is the one who is buying that liquor, yet you are the people who are selling the brown sugar. So between Gintu, who is talking about, they're going to be talking about Gintu is buying the liquor to this kind of the boys. Have you never gone to a club and you go to church where there are people and talk about, do you think about liquor is only the changa we are talking about, the wine which is fractional distilled in the local? Liquor is liquor. Whether you drink a beer, whether you drink whatever, whether you think about you're going to be drinking, even if you're going to be a shampoo, or you are drinking it in a club, it is alcohol. Whenever you're going to be having a small percentage of alcoholism inside, you are drinking alcohol already. But this kind of the people, they're the same people who are drinking. There's a day I saw this kind of the young boy bending, and the nursing mom was pouring water onto the head and talking about, oh, we will make it. They're going to be saying bad about us. Who told you that? You were having the hangover. Early in the morning, you went to shoot and the hangover was too much. And you talked about, oh, please, can you water my head? And you're talking to the other people, talking about their liquoring. Yet you're the one who is coming even to the job that you have employed yourself while you're having a hangover. We have to understand ourselves before we pursue our own frustrations to other people. And today I have to make this kind of the video for the people to understand. The Congress that has come here to tie the cows to people's fences. And if you complain about it and talk about this is not the clear thing for you to do. Even right now, if I go there, I can just tell you if it's fence, it's just placed in the fence or not. Because they try to abscond people's dignity and come out and talk about, oh, it's this person who came out to instigate or do anything which is not proper. The cow is tied onto the fence, proper, onto the fence. And even if right now I call the owner, they'll come and talk about, oh, what is really handling here. And they want to be talking about, oh, Gintu is making things here which is not properly. And they think about they own the law. The law is not owned with anybody. But go direct to how the law is talking about. But don't come here and talk about A, B, C, D, yet you understand what you are doing here. I don't liquor. So how do you think about Gintu going to be buying some liquor to the people who are going to be liquoring? I'm not a drunkard, I'm sober 24/7. But if you want to be dealing with the Gintu, you'll understand I'm sober 24/7. And I'll deal with you circumphoniously and repetently. I'll handle your matters and matters very caressively. If the solution is the police. Try your best in that police station. Why can't you recruit your own people into that police station, or recruit your brothers, or recruit your own sons and daughters to that police station? You are using also the police, and whenever things are going to be getting to this kind of the police and talk about, oh, this police came with this kind of ABCD and there's no lawsuit here. They talk about, oh, they will never be there to even defend this kind of the police they are just using. Let us not be stupid, and let us not be used, and also the subscribers are used. Somebody can come to the platform jogging, and they talk about the hair is very shaggy, and they're coming to talk about, oh, you know, guys, I'm looking for this kind of the money. I don't, enough is enough. Gintu is A, or the haters are ABCD, or I'm going to be sending money. The stupidity of the highest order. Don't compensate yourself into things that you are not there to see what they are being handled, how they are handled. And I think the Congress that is there is listening to me. He is listening to me because I have to make this position clear to them. We are not here to force each other. We are not here. They are not the development in this kind of thing. They are not the development. And we are very sad about the village because we are checking how people are going to be squatters of their own lands. Somebody's talking about will buy the whole Nyamwini. And where the people who are living in this kind of Nyamwini, where do you want to take them? It's because of your own opportunistic that God has given you the position to own some few cents. And we are coming to talk about we're going to be owning the whole village because of what? We have to think critically. So guys, back to the spot, and we have to make it happen. I'm going to be calling to understand where some of the package is going to be coming. Talk about the stones. They're going to be arriving here, and we have to make sure that they're going to be coming here more fantastic at each kind of the time. And I appreciate also to Mama Tandi Foundation, and they're the ones who are supporting this kind of the project to happen. And already to Mama Tandi also I have to make this kind of the video to show you and also the people who are supporting Gintu, because we're going to be changing the environment, not to criticize people or to do any kind of the mayhem because Gintu is talking these people to change. You are there to mayhemize Gintu and talk about Gintu should just face the law. And yesterday we are having 4 trucks because the 4th truck came while we are here yesterday. And today early in the morning we had a new truck of hardcore came early in the morning. We have it at that far end there. As you can see, this kind of the color and the far color is different to the firewoods there. That's the truck that came early in the morning, and the 2 sons came early in the morning. And we have already to pay that kind of the money right now, and they're going to be confirming one-on-one to understand if the money they have got it. We're going to be getting from them to understand if the money they have got, the transporter, and still we're going to be having another truck to come talk about another trip. Mambo vipi? Hemo hekei. Bado trip mbili. Na pesa ulipata? Ulipata do? Sawa. Aye. So they got the money. They're going to be finishing something called the Maram somewhere. And after finishing the Maram, they're going to be coming here with the last trip, talk about the 3rd trip of the sand. And going to be making sure that things are just happening so perpendicular. So at that kind of the rage, I salute to Mama Tandi. We are making it. I saw some of the people talking about, oh, Gintu, she's a woman who is lying to you. Do you think Gintu can deal with fake people? Gintu cannot deal with fake people, my friends. And we can look what we are doing. We have the materials to the site. We are not making the faking here, and we're going to be developing this area. The person is talking about, oh, we have story building, oh, there's nobody who can. My friend, wait, just cool down your temper. Be a calm or a warm-blooded person and understand we're going to be coming, and still we are on it. When I finish the years we have finished, I'll be something else. And that's why sometimes, right now, you can call me CEO, because things are to be performed. I have some of the gentlemen here before I end this kind of the video. They're going to be coming for their shoutouts as they're going to be supporting them also so they can just shine, because we are here to promote a young person who is down, person who is bigger, middle. We have to handle them in a very fantastic module. As going to be welcoming them back to the session here, we're going to be having a little bit of a TikTok here, or a chit chat here, a little bit, as we're going to be handling much of the matters. I think I've seen the Congress that was hiding in the maze. The good thing is he has got the message. Yeah. The thing of talking about, oh, in Nyabohanse, each kind of the time, it's the GK running with the police. It's because of some little money that he was not owning. He has seen God has promoted the family to have. They think about they're going to be owning the whole world. Nonsense. They don't have money still. Look for the money. People who have money, they don't make terrible things. They don't even, nobody even can know that you have money. Somebody's coming out to tell us, oh, you know, I'm the only young boy in Migori who is owning a car and a story building. My friend, wait and see. We don't have Paragasha Purugushukurugu Pap. We're gonna be coming for that one. Back to the system. Welcome, bro. Who is the start? Come, no problem. Hi, what's up, man?
Yes, hi.
How are you, man?
I
have another gentleman here.
Yeah,
welcome
man.
to the site, man.
Very much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are listening to the
Here
lecture?
we are.
Listening to the lecture a little bit.
Lecture, it's fact.
It's a fact.
It's fact.
Exactly. The good thing is, the Congress that came and had me here,
Yeah.
and I was talking and I was targeting at him. More specifically, he's the one who is becoming a stupid father. He cannot understand. Like how I'm not in good terms with you and go and bring your father to me. Are you in the platform? Is your father in the platform? Whenever something happens, your father is the one who is rushing with a machete to come and talk about I'm now the clearing and forwarding. He's running here with the same shirt of the same day. Nonsense. Back to the spot. Introduce yourself, man.
Yes, guys. Thank you for welcoming me in this your channel.
Yeah.
My name is Keboye 254.
254 Keboye.
Yes. Today I've come here. Keboye 254.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So today we have come here to see this kind of project that are being going on here.
It's gonna be started.
And also to do some of the activities, small activities that maybe be around here.
Exactly.
So that we can see how our day will go.
Exactly.
So guys, kindly go and check me on.
Yeah.
It's Keboye 254.
Exactly.
And let us grow together.
We make it happen.
Yeah.
Keep it tuned. Keep it locked.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, and we're gonna be grooving together and we're gonna be appreciating the match better. We have another gentleman.
Yeah, man.
No phone,
But
no YouTube channel.
No fun, no YouTube.
But facts.
Yeah, but I gonna need to join YouTube so that I can
make
join you so that I can be the CCTV in the village, and welcome to the CCTV so that we can tell people facts. We are there to tell people facts, not abusing them, but we tell them facts.
We are not here to cause much of the traumatizations or drama. We are just here to talk about this is the fact, has to be adhered to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So back to the spot here.
Yeah.
And people might be thinking about, I was talking about something which is not good. The fact is, you see that kind of the land there.
Yeah.
Which land, whose land is that one?
That one is our uncle's land.
What's the name?
Matiko's land?
Matiko land.
Yeah.
Do you know he was accused with the same family?
Yeah.
And they went to the court?
Yeah.
He was even arrested.
Yeah.
You being arrested in front of your family this way.
That is my uncle's land.
And right now, they are tying their cows there to graze.
Yeah. We are bitter.
So traumatizing.
We are bitter.
This is very funny.
We are bitter.
But not good funny. We're never going to be talking, we're going to be laughing at that one. But we have to try our best.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the person is talking about we are buying lands. You're going to be owning the whole village. Why can't you buy a land where you can graze yourself?
We are now here to take people on the spot, tell them facts, and let them stop.
Exactly.
These are our land, our ancestors.
Critics, criticizing, racism, tribalism, and also fakinism. It should not be there.
And I'm gonna add you something that not only people who think the government is final. people who make the laws, we are them. We are the people who choose the parliamentarian who there. We are people choice.
Who amend the laws.
They're people's choice.
But
They
don't-
go there
Yeah.
to support the villages or the whatever. They come to us and they are there to support us.
Exactly.
So they make the law
and also
through us.
exactly. And also the laws were made to be executed to the human being, and it's only a human being also amends
Yeah.
the law.
Yeah.
So let us not think about the law is above each. Nothing.
Whoever think that is taking us to the, we are not afraid.
Exactly.
That place, we go there and we rescue ourselves.
There's a one of the clip that I saw. One of the gentlemen in the police service, he was saying, "Karibu, karibu, karibu." Kenya prison si ya Kenya prison peke yake, pia ni ya raia wa Kenya wa kawaida, mnakaribishwa. Talking about the prisons in Kenya are not only for the Kenya prisons. People talk about the soldiers who are guarding the prisons, but it's meant for all the Kenyans who are willing and they have been got to go to that kind of the facility to just get and learn about something. So the good thing is don't provoke us with the court. Don't provoke us with such kind of the small things like police.
We don't fear.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them come.
Let them come.
Let them come.
We make it happen.
We are the lawmakers.
Yeah, man.
Because who are the lawmakers? We are the chooser. We choose, we give them the site to go and make the law so that...
Do they know that, people think about even this kind of the police, they are earning from their pockets.
Yeah.
You know that how much police are earning from my own fish fund here? Yeah, he's now untying them. That's very nice. That's very nice. They were messing here. And I think now the Congress had reached the portfolio back to the center. They have to take them out from there because you cannot be using other people, and when you want to use other people's properties and assets, but nobody should use yours.
It's not allowed.
That's a stupidity of the highest order.
Yeah.
And that's the fact, and we have to say it as a fact.
Yeah.
Right now, there are so many people who are passing through here. Try your best right now to pass through their lands.
They can't allow you.
They can't allow you, but they are here to use other people's lands. That's not the fair whenever it comes to the farewell of the humanity. Exactly. So thank you very much for you being tuned and locked in.
Yes.
Keboy254, subscribe, like, share, comment. He's called Murimi. He's willing, very forward to talk about going to be owning a phone. He will just be giving you very best content outside here.
Because I'm among the family.
Yeah.
I know the history.
Yeah.
I can brief you much more.
Much more better.
Yeah.
Even more coming to you.
Yeah.
If you're going to be touched with the Mr. Murimi, you can talk about, man, you're going to be bro, and you're going to be rolling at this kind of the fantastic module here from the fish farm here. And much of the people are going to be asking about again to show us about the fish farm, what's really happening to the fish farm and what's going to be antagonized here. I'm going to be showing you what we are here to do and what we're going to be doing here right now, because things are going to be popping out each and every kind of the section. We have to make it happen, and this is the way forward, and we have to make it happen. Exactly. This is the best. Ooh, guys, at least now we can just now they can listen to us very keenly. They have taken the cows from there because it was so stupid and shameful. You are arresting other people and you are arresting the same people, and you are just using their own assets to provide your own sustainability, to your own sustainability of your own insults that you're going to be dealing to them, which is not the good reputation to the village. We have to deal with it circumphoniously. There's no fear, no retreat, no surrender. That is it. Back to the spot. This kind of the fish pond, guys, has been streamed and trimmed very well. As you can now see, it's looking like a very, very new fish pond here. But it has been renovated, very family, very fantastic here to make sure we're going to be so fantastic whenever it comes to the handling of the fish and rearing much of the fish here. Also, this kind of the fish pond, it's now stable, as you can see from there, and now they're big, large enough to sustain our sustainabilities in the village demand. And this is the first one, the second one, and the third one here. Also, they're so strong enough to make sure that things gonna be happening here. Let us continue rearing some of the fish, and the fish, this is the food security. Also, whenever we talk about this area, it has always been levelized already, and it's now very firm and stable. There's no much of the mayhem or the collapsing, any kind of the things that are going to be handled here. Things are happening very, very okay. So guys, this is the best way you're going to be doing it and dealing with this kind of the pinpointment. And God bless you wherever you are, being tuned and closing this kind of the chapter, as I say, back to studio. People are just listening wherever you are. Thank you very much for being tuned. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and support whoever the young people are just coming up. Support them so they can just see ourselves to another level, which is our best attitude and motive of respecting other people's dignity, and the fraternity will just be welcoming us whenever we say so. As I conclude, as I say, back to you in the studio.